Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today I have for you a graphite speed drawing. I wanted to change it up a bit, so I just made a 1 hour drawing with my graphite pencils. I'll be using my DRAWING Graphite pencil, and I'm also gonna use a Kimberly 9XXP pencil. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, but it's the darkest black that I'm gonna be using. It's actually darker than the 9B that the DRAWING set comes in. And I'm also gonna be using a Faber-Castell Pit Graphite pencil, which is one of those really thick graphite with no wood around it kind of pencils, crayons, like the ones I was giving away for my giveaway that I already did, and there was the winner. But yeah, I actually haven't done a graphite drawing in a very long time. It was really one of my first loves when it came to art. I used to do a lot of them back in the day, and I do think that graphite is basically one of the first introductions most artists have in their artistic life. It's one of the first mediums that we all are familiar with, get to be familiar with. Right here, there's not a lot of contrast in the picture, as you can see. That's because of my lighting. I only have like a one side lighting for my drawings, and unfortunately there was a lot of glare for it. So you're gonna be able to see how dark it is in a second, just because I kind of lift up the drawing just so the light doesn't hit it that well, just so you guys can see how dark it really is, the gradient. But yeah, I think graphite rendering specifically is something that I've always loved to do. I know that a lot of my illustrations for one of my rendering classes, they were done in graphite because I just was really comfortable using that. And I think when it comes to rendering in black and white and with the graphite pencils, by the way, this is how it really looks, darkness. I think when it comes to rendering with graphite pencils or with any medium, it has to do more with how patient you are with it. During this drawing, I don't go full out rendering, even though I'm trying to do a lot of details here and I'm trying to follow the picture, but when it comes to patterns and things like that, like on the skin on the snail, you don't really follow every single detail. You kind of just follow the pattern that it has. I think that it just has to do more with patience and how patient you are in rendering that. So if I were to use my watercolors, such as I'm using this graphite, even though there's different techniques, different approaches to how you're going to handle the medium, if you're patient with it, you're going to be able to render whatever you're trying to render as well as you want. But I think that when you speak about professional or beginner artists, one of the things that, well, not that I consider really myself a professional, but one of the biggest difference between people that have done art for a very long time and the people that are learning to do art is that you just learn to have patience. That you have to keep an eye on the detail, you have to keep an eye on the bigger picture, you have to keep an eye on many things, and it's just things that you end up learning. And I think when you're trying to do things as simple as something in black and white, which is I haven't done in a long time really, as well as I try to do this one, I think that it takes time and it takes effort, but it is something you learn. So when you're trying to do something with graphite, even if it's just a 2B pencil that you normally get in your school or anywhere really, you can do a lot of things with that, and you can try to render things as well as dark as it can get, and it'll turn out fine really. So yeah, this was a small little speed drawing that I wanted to do just to practice my voiceover skills. I probably did not sound out that well. Might have to do this longer, just the videos longer, just so I can actually talk about the things that I really wanted to talk about. But yeah, I hope you guys are okay with me doing voiceovers at the moment. It's something I'm trying out. I've always wanted to do voiceovers, but I didn't really know if I was capable of it. But still, thank you guys so much for watching, and maybe there'll be more graphite drawings later on. Okay? Well, thanks for watching. Bye!